Hi everybody, I am Shiv Kumar Reddy. In this session, I would like to discuss the losses in a transformer and its efficiency. The total losses are classified as iron losses, copper losses, stray load loss and dielectric loss. The iron loss and copper loss constitute the major amount of total losses because the stray load loss and dielectric losses are very much small and can be neglected. But still here, in this session, I would like to brief these two losses also. The iron losses are again of two types. One is hysteresis loss and another one is eddy current loss. The copper losses can be classified as primary winding copper loss and secondary winding copper loss. Let me explain you one by one. The hysteresis loss, the formula for finding out hysteresis loss is given by eta multiplied by Bm to the power of 1.6 into F into V watts, where this is eta is known as hysteresis constant. It depends upon the material, and Bm is the maximum value of flux density, F is the frequency, and V is the volume of the core in meter cube. Basically, the hysteresis loss is due to the frequent reversals of magnetism. As we are going to use AC supply, the direction of flow of current will be in one direction for one half of the cycle, and it will be in the opposite for the remaining half of the cycle. And hence, due to these magnetic reversals, the core experiences the loss which is known as hysteresis loss. Next, eddy current loss. The formula for finding out eddy current loss is given as Ke multiplied by Bm square into F square into T square. Here Ke is known as eddy current constant, Bm is maximum flux density, F is the frequency, and T is the thickness of the lamination. From this equation, it is very much clear that the eddy current loss is proportional to the thickness of the lamination. Hence, if we reduce the thickness here, obviously we can reduce the eddy current loss. Hence, the transformer core is made up of number of thin laminations which are bolted together. After that, copper loss. Copper losses, we know that the primary winding, secondary winding consists of resistances R1 and R2. And whenever current flows through the resistances, we are going to have the primary copper loss as I1 square R1 and the secondary copper loss as I2 square into R2. So these two losses are considered as copper losses. And stray load loss, it is actually due to the leakage fields inducing eddy currents in the tank, walls, conductors, bolts, and etc. This will be of very much small amount. And dielectric loss is it is going to occur in the insulating materials, particularly like in oil and some solid insulations like that. These two losses are very much small and hence can be neglected. And majorly we focus on this iron loss and copper losses. Generally, the iron loss is going to depend upon the supply voltage. Already these things we have discussed in the previous sessions. And the copper loss is going to depend upon this voltage, volts. And the copper loss is going to depend upon the amperes, that is the current. And it doesn't have, these two losses are going to be free from the load power factor. Power factor doesn't have any impact on these two losses. Hence, generally the transformer is going to be rated in volt amperes or kilovolt amperes. Whereas if you consider other DC machines which work on the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, they are going to be rated in watts or kilowatts, but transformer is always rated in terms of kilovolt amperes or volt amperes. Next, we shall go through the efficiency of a transformer. The efficiency is defined as eta is equal to the ratio of output power and input power. Generally, it is expressed as a percentage, hence it is multiplied with 100 in order to express it as a percentage. When we know the output power, generally output power is going to be represented as V2 I2 cos phi 2. This is the formula for calculating the output power in case of AC. V2 is the terminal voltage, I2 is the load current, and cos phi 2 is the power factor, where phi 2 is the phase angle between V2 and I2. If this is the output power, and if we are aware of iron loss and copper loss, iron loss is going to be represented with Wi, and WCU represents copper loss, which is equal to I2 square into R02, where I2 is the secondary current, R02 is the total resistance of the transformer referred to the secondary side. And once we find these two losses, we can find out the input of the transformer, which is equal to output plus losses. These two constitute the total losses, and once we know the value of input, you can find out the efficiency using the formula output power by input power into 100. Here we can also derive one condition for getting the maximum efficiency. Let me do that. We know that the efficiency is given as, so here I am writing down the formula. Efficiency is equal to V2 I2 cos phi 2 divided by output plus losses, that is V2 I2 cos phi 2 plus Wi plus I2 square into R02. Now what I shall do is I will take I2 common in both the numerator and the denominator. Then we are going to have, the equation becomes V2 cos phi 2 divided by V2 cos phi 2 plus Wi by I2 plus I2 R02. And in order to make this fraction as maximum, we have to see that the denominator should be minimum. When the denominator becomes minimum, obviously this fraction becomes equal to maximum, hence the efficiency as maximum. And for maximum or minimum of this denominator, the first derivative with respect to the variable, that is the load current, will be equal to 0. That implies, in order to have the minimum of the denominator, d by di2 into V2 cos phi 2 plus Wi by I2 plus I2 R02 will be equal to 0. As this is a constant, the differentiation of V2 cos phi 2 with respect to di2 becomes equal to 0, and we are going to have d by di2 of W by I2 will give you minus Wi divided by I2 square plus R02 is equal to 0. That implies, this gives rise to, when this minus is taken to the right hand side, we are going to have R02 is equal to Wi by I2 square, and we get here finally Wi is equal to I2 square into R02. So here we have got a condition that Wi is the core loss and I2 square R02 is the copper loss. So this is the condition for getting the maximum efficiency of a transformer. So maximum efficiency condition. Once we find this condition, we can also find out the kVA required for maximum efficiency also. Next, let us see the kVA required for maximum efficiency now. We know the condition for maximum efficiency of a transformer is equal to I2 square R02 is equal to the core loss Wi. Just now we have derived that, and from this equation we can write it as I2 is equal to square root of Wi divided by R02. What I will do is I multiply on the both sides with V2, then we get V2 multiplied by Wi into, and inside the square root I am multiplying and dividing with IF square, where IF is the full load current. This is equal to, when IF square is taken outside, it becomes equal to V2 multiplied by IF into square root of Wi divided by, and IF square into R2 is known as the full load copper loss. The full load copper loss. Finally, we are going to have V2I2 is the kVA for getting the maximum efficiency. So kVA for maximum efficiency is equal to V2IF is known as full load kVA. Full load kVA into square root of the core loss divided by full load copper loss. So this is how we can find out the kVA required for getting the maximum efficiency for a transformer.